Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another inbox review. Today we are going to look at the IL-2 Shturmovik from Zvezda. A little backstory on this one. It's on my bucket list, on my kit wish list, I guess, if you want to call it. So I got it. Not particularly the Zvezda one, but just this airplane. Guy at the hobby store that I bought it from, which isn't the usual hobby store I go to. I usually go to Time Machine Hobbies, which are great. I went to a different one this time around, and I got it from them. Said this was brand new, so I fell for it and I got it. Came home and I didn't do my research at the store. Obviously, it was an impulse buy. Came home and then I realized that it's 3 years old, so it's not brand new, but it is the newest tooled IL-2 on the market, so maybe that's what he meant. I paid, I want to say $55 for this one, which is a little bit on the pricey side, but whatever. I mean, that's what you can expect from a small LGS. But let's get into it. Until I build this, I won't know. I have my reservations about Zvezda in general, as far as their quality goes. But the only other offering is the 2012 Tamiya one in this scale. So, do you want an 11-year-old kit from Tamiya, or do you want a 3-year-old new tool kit from Zvezda? We'll find out, I guess. Maybe by the time I build this, I'll pick up the Tamiya one too, and we can do a side-by-side comparison. We'll see. Anyways, let's take a quick look. And the fact that that's happening in there, I don't know. We'll see. I always considered Zvezda to be on the bottom end of the modeling pool, but we'll see. My only other experience with Zvezda actually is the whatever scale it was in, 1/4800 scale or whatever, that big Star Destroyer that they released, that Revell reboxed afterwards. That's my only other experience with Zvezda, and that kit was actually pretty good. There were no fit issues or anything like that on it. So, hoping for the best. I mean, I don't really know what to expect with this one. So I've never even opened a side opening box like this to a model kit, other than a freaking 60-year-old monogram B-29 Flying Fortress or something or other, B-28 Flying Fortress or whatever the hell they were. Anyways, yeah, I don't like this. It's just, I don't know. I can't imagine this being a money-saving thing. I don't know if it's just easier for them this way or what. But we're gonna do this way because you guys won't be able to see otherwise. Alright, what do we got in here? I mean, it all looks... Maybe it was just the paper rustling against the MS, maybe flying back and forth in here when I was shaking it, is what we were hearing, because it all looks, I mean, the packaging doesn't look bad. I think it's a little over 200 parts, if I read correctly, on the side of the box. Which also, for all intents and purposes, shouldn't be too bad. Then again, I don't really know as far as planes are concerned. So, alright, let's see. Italian, French, Deutsch. Where's the English? Oh, right here. Read before you begin to avoid the raptor. Yeah, just a warning thing. These are what I'm usually interested in. But yeah, this was one that's on my bucket list. So this is one that I can cross off my bucket list. I decided to start with the World War II airplanes and then work my way up to the modern stuff that I want. And obviously that's not counting ships and everything else. But this is, I figured I'd start small, and go from there. So we got, what do we have? Colors used, nobody cares. Zvezda, because nobody's, they're Tamiya paints. Alright, I guess that's not too bad. God, I wish this was, there we go. IL-2 number 25 from the 7th Guards Assault Aviation Regiment of the Red Army Air Force Southern Front. Shakti Airfield, June, July 1942, November, December 1942. Leningrad, November 1941. Oh, this I kind of like the winter. I don't think I do. I think I'd probably want to build a second one of these in the winter scheme. Army Air Force Southern Front, Stalingrad. Yeah, that'd be cool to build the Stalingrad one at some point in the winter scheme. But I think I want my first one to be a more generic color scheme. I mean, looking at these, I'd probably. This probably this one on the bottom looks the most cohesive, I guess. But anyways, 35 minutes in and we haven't even started looking at the parts. So. Oh, we gotta look at the instructions. Oh, see that? Alright, let's be quick about this. So it comes with a flight stand too. Oh, that's... I don't know how I feel about that, to be honest with you. Does it come with a flight stand? No. It's a catalog number. Okay. Never mind. Oh, this is... Oh, it's... Okay, it's in... I was gonna say, oh my god, this is all in Russian. This is all in Cyrillic. I can't read Cyrillic that well. Straightforward. Engine, cockpit, pilot. Inside of the fuselage. I mean, it looks like a... As long as the fit's there, it doesn't look... As long as the fit and the detail is there, it doesn't look bad. I mean, as far as the build itself goes, but yeah, only as long as the fit's there, because if the fit's not there, then... Or if the detail's not there, then, you know... Not really looking to, the you know... little experience I have with aircraft building and stuff, I'm not really looking to win any awards with my aircraft builds or anything like that to begin with, at least. I just want to start knocking stuff off my bucket list. Unlike, you know, the fantasy RPG figures that I paint, where I usually don't paint more than one of something. Especially like D&D stuff. I mean, obviously if you're painting, you know, units of something or armies of something, that's a different story, but I'm talking like the RPG D&D stuff. I usually don't paint something more than once. But models I have absolutely no... Wow, this is just not gonna freaking open, is it? Models I have absolutely no objection to building more than one of the same subject, i.e. my Tiger 1 obsession, those of you that know me. Alright. Let's look at the clear parts first. I mean, nothing really. They look good. I mean, nothing really stands out as not looking good. I think it's actually time we zoom this in a little bit to make this a little easier for everybody. There we go. Yeah, nothing to write home about, but nothing really out of place either. Alright, decals. Let's see, Zvezda printed decals. In register, don't look too thick actually. They actually look pretty nice. Oh, I may have spoken too soon. These are a little out of register actually. Let's see if I can show you guys. Let me see if I can show you guys. Because these are actually a little out of register. I don't know how well you can see this, but... There we go, I think... No. Hold on. Trying to get it at the right angle for the light to be right where I need it to. There we go. Almost. There we go. These two right here are out of register. This one's out of register here. These four down here are out of register. Wow, this is actually the first time I've done a inbox review. This, what is that, a gauge? I think that's a gauge of some kind. Is that a register? Slightly. I mean, nothing too crazy, but it's still there. So is the this gauge here on the instrument panel. This is the first time I've done an inbox review where I found decals that are out of register, actually. I hope this isn't a freaking foreboding of what's to come of the actual kit. But yeah, these are, some of these are, I mean, not, it's, you know, let me look at the stars, just the stars all look good. I mean, it's not a deal breaker by any means. I mean, it's just ever so slightly too. I mean, nobody's gonna freaking notice if half of the last letter here or number gets cut off, you know, kind of thing. But yeah, they're still out of register. I mean, at the end of the day, they're still out of register, is my point. Or some of them, not all of them. But yeah, I think this is the first time I've ever done a inbox review in which I've come across out of register decals. That's interesting. Like I said, I hope this is not another foreboding, foreshadowing of what's to come, because that would suck. Alright, well, there's that. Oh, everything in one bag. Oh boy. Okay. You know, I almost want to get the, not almost, but I think I actually might, before I even attempt to build this, I might get the Tamiya kit, the 2012 one, and we can do a side-by-side comparison like I did with the HMS Warspites. Cause this for me, this doesn't work. But let's see. All right, detail-wise, beautiful. Detail-wise, beautiful. So at least there's that. No blemishes on the surfaces. Nice, fine panel lining. Some riveting. Not very many, but there's some. Nothing to really complain about detail-wise. I don't see any flash on it. Okay. So that's it's a little reassuring, but I think, yeah, I think I'm gonna think the next one. For next one I was gonna buy was the 1/32 scale TBD, not TBD Avenger. Wow, Sky Raider from Tamiya, but it might actually be this one, just to do a 1/48 scale, just to do a side-by-side comparison. I'd be curious. No, propeller looks good. Let's flip this over, see if we can see any detail in the paneling. Engine, block, good. Paneling here, I'd say good. Get the fuck out of here, huh? Oh boy. Well, I mean, again, I'm no expert plane builder by any means, but my understanding is that plane modelers don't really like raised rivets. I'm not talking about this, because this is supposed to be raised. This is just, but there's rivets next to it that are raised. Okay. Right here, like right, I don't know if, hopefully you guys can see that on camera. Like literally right, hopefully you guys can see that right here, right next to the raised piece. There's rivets here that are raised. Okay. there's also rivets here that are raised. Right next to the, this piece here is supposed to be raised, but there's rivets right next to it, tiny little ones that are raised as well. Alright. Starting to feel better and better about this purchase the whole time. I was already feeling sour about it because he sold it to me like a brand new. Again, I know it's 3 years. It's the newest available on the market, and I'm already iffy about Zvezda. And I told him I'm iffy about Zvezda, but he's like, "I'll give it a try." You know, like it's a brand new kit. I'm like, "All right, I will." And I really wanted an IL-2. Yeah, this is all raised rivets. And I mean, somebody correct me if that's again. I'm no expert on aircraft modeling, especially World War II ones, but just thinking about how the painting process works on something like this, I mean, it's all raised. And I could be completely missing the mark here, so correct me in the comments if I am, and if this is actually a brilliantly beautiful kit, because that would make me feel better about this purchase. Because I was basically talked into it, guys. Because I was like, I don't really like Zvezda to begin with. He's like, it's because they're Russian. I'm like, no, it's because they suck. The fact that they're Russian is secondary to the fact that they just suck. And he's like, well, it's a brand new kit. I'm like, okay. And I didn't even check my phone to like look up scale mates and stuff and be like, oh, it is a brand new kit. And be like, no, it's not. It's been around for 3 years now. But in his defense, it's brand new to the extent where there's nothing newer on the market. So, I mean, the detail's nice. Don't get me wrong. The detail's very nice. Tires are nice. I wish there was, whatchamacallit? Weight thingy, or, yes, you know what I mean. When it's landed, the tire looks deflated, or, yeah, that thing. But the details look nice. They don't look terrible at all. Just like I said, I'm probably completely missing the mark about the raised rivets. But I think the only thing that will tell, two things that will tell, is I think as a benchmark for this, I am going to get the Tamiya kit to compare this to, and then we can do another inbox review of the Tamiya kit, and then we can do a comparison video of the two, and then only time will tell then as far as the actual quality of this thing goes, is when it's built, how it goes together. So not crazy about the fact that a $50 kit, or what cost me $50. I'm sure you can get it much cheaper online. I didn't even look because I don't want to make myself feel bad by how much I overpaid for this already. I'm already like, I should have just gotten the Tamiya one. So the last thing I need is to, you know, realize that they're like $30 on online or something, as opposed to the 50 or 55 or whatever it was that I paid. I think 55. See, this is why I hate bagging everything. There's already a piece that fell off. Now, granted, I don't think it got damaged by any means, but it just shouldn't. This shouldn't be a thing. Like, really, for a freaking company that sells, you know, tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of kits annually, how expensive is it really to freaking put your parts in multiple bags? These boxes too, man, are just not what Not a huge fan. Not a huge fan. Going into this like I said, I went into this already feeling fairly pessimistic, just knowing Zvezda and just that most of their products are crap. And now finding no reassurances that they're not crap, that it's actually not crap. I guess, like I said, time will tell. Next time you guys will see me. Well, no, there's going to be a lot more inbox. I did 6 so far. I think I have 1 more to do tonight. And then, but anyways, at some point in the coming weeks or months, I am going to track down the Tamiya version of this. And we're going to do a side-by-side comparison. Because now I am curious. Furious and curious. Anyways, thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed, as always. Like, subscribe, comment, and until the next one.